This is going to be really fun. We have a gentleman, a friend of Chris's here. And Kris, I'm going to let you take it away and introduce our guest.
All right. This is a gentleman. His name is Abe Abraham, and I met him at a winery show that we did a couple of years ago, or 3 years ago, or something at this point. And we, connected again through Zoom during this pandemic weird time. And I just really like his music. I actually reconnected with your music, Abe, after that show by discovering you on playlists while I was on tour. Um, and I really liked your music. And then when you emailed me, and I was like, oh, and I made the connection. Like I remember that I knew you. So I was actually really excited that you contacted me. So anyway, he has great songs, great voice. He's just an awesome dude. And I'm so happy that were able to do this tonight.
Thank you. Well, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. And all that stuff back at you.
Oh, you forgot that you knew me.
Well, that is very exciting.
Thank you.
Hang on 1 second, because I'm hearing like a little bit of I don't know if it's feedback or just noise. And hang on.
It might be an echo.
Yeah, it seems like we're okay for now. If I hear it come back, we'll tweak it out. Okay, so listen, we're here for a ton of fun, and we're here to talk a little bit about HAPS because we want people to come to HAPS. So come to HAPS. If you're watching out there in the audience on another platform, go to happs.tv, sign up, become a broadcaster if you want. I mean, 3 months ago, I had signed up for HAPS. I didn't know Kris. I didn't have her as my sponsor. I didn't, have the fancy red curtain. So, and here I am. So you can do a lot on the platform. So come to HAPS. And then also we're here to promote music and promote people who are really good and need to have a place to come out and play once in a while, especially during COVID. So I'm super stoked to have Abe here. And we're going to talk to you about buying some albums, but let's play a song first, maybe, before we start shilling. So who wants to go first?
Abe, would you mind going first as the guest? Guest first?
Yeah. When the away team opens up.
Yeah.
You guys hear me all right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, this song is called "The Longest I Was Stoned." When did I write it? Wrote it back in probably right when I moved to LA in 2015. I've been living in a car for a few years and wrote a lot of songs. Actually, it's off this album called XO Love You that came out in 2016. And that I looked back on it recently and I was like, oh, that whole album is songs I wrote while I was living in the vehicle. So it's kind of cool if you want to hear that kind of experience. I don't really talk about that in the album, but it's definitely like the spirit of it is in there. This song's called "The Longest I Was Stoned." That was the longest I was stoned. Look for the friends and you slide out the door. Say where you going, man, I don't know. Drive down the coast, no music on. And I always thought that you'd wait for me. But you grew up, it's too late for me. So I wear this life like it was me.
Uh-oh, we lost him. Hello? I can't hear you either, Rev. You're muted.
I'm muted. Oh my gosh. Yeah. He's coming back. Oh my gosh. Like I just don't touch the mute button. I don't need to mute. I don't make any noise. Here he is. Yay. Yay. Almost. Yay. Come on.
Oh no.
Through the marvelous magic.
Abilities, so that might be the issue.
What was it?
Hey.
I just wanted, I just wanted to go away for a second.
Yeah, you gotta leave them wanting more.
You're on that shed. Did like a raccoon chew the line or something?
It would have been a skunk, but maybe they did. Actually, I opened the shed door, so maybe I'll get a better signal now.
All right. Well, that's okay because we get to hear more of you this way. So this will be fun. All right.
Where did I end off?
At the beginning.
Oh, you want me to start over?
Yeah, start over. Why not?
Cool. Here we go.
Okay.
Longest I was stoned, part 2. That was the longest I was stoned. Room for the friends and you slide out the door. Said where you go, man, I don't know. Drive down the coast, no music on. And I always thought that you'd wait for me. But you grew up, it's too late for me. So I wear this life like it was made for me. Waking up out of a chalk outline. Started to jump but changed my mind. Be hard to smile when your heart is a mess. That was the thing that you did best. And I always thought money beats love. That was your daddy's words. And you won the race, but who would find peace first? Lay on the beach, too drunk to stand. Still get a buzz when you hold my hand. We let the tide just cover us up. What can it take now? Nothing at all. I always thought that you'd make it through. When I'm walking down the tracks, I still think of you. So I wear this life like I was born to do. That was the longest I was stoned. Drive down the coast, no music on. Thank you.
Just focus on just me clapping. That's good. Yay.
All of us getting dizzy. There, I got the mute button almost in time. Oh, what happened to I had changed curtains. Why did it do that? That's very strange. There we go. All right. Wow. So you wrote that clearly when you were high. Because, I mean, awesome. Or was this after that long high had ended?
No, that was definitely right in the middle of it, probably.
Yeah. So you were breaking the record with every chord, basically.
Yeah. I would just move to LA and somebody gave me a huge, just big bag of weed before I left the Bay Area. And I felt really obligated to share it and smoke it. And boy, did I ever.
Oh, wow.
I like
That's
the
good. That's a
line
good
though. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Kris.
No, I like that line. I don't know what the connection was because it was kind of cutting out a little bit, but the like, but I still get a buzz when you hold my hand, or is that how it
Oh yeah,
the line?
yeah. Lay on the beach, too drunk to stand. I still get a buzz when you hold my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Little bit of kind of a little bit of light in the pathetic, kind of scenery.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rev.
Thanks for listening. So it didn't cut out too much.
It was a little choppy, but it's fine. People still.
And
I was just
actually,
singing it.
it really sounds good. Like, I know we have a lot of us still have issues with our internets and connections and all that stuff. But when it was coming through, which was most of the time, what I love about at this point the less than great capabilities of Haps for musicians is that acoustically it cuts right through. Generally, the acoustic stuff and the voice, on a regular broadcast, cuts through very nicely. So I love that, hearing the guitar and hearing you sing in this environment. Like I said, it's a little choppy, but it's great.
Yeah.
Fun tune too.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Cool.
And what when are you guys gonna cut an album in the shed, just so you can say we cut an album in the shed?
Well, we were actually just talking about that today, weren't we?
Oh,
We
really?
were.
Awesome.
Yeah. Doing like a joint EP,
Ooh,
Yeah.
that would be cool.
But
we
if
also.
I'm counting, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
If I'm counting, I've made probably 1, 2, at least 3 albums back here. One of which was not mine.
Oh, cool.
So it's a good spot for making albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abe was also on a song. We actually already did a song together that I wrote and had him sing on for. It's a holiday song called "Maybe Let's Not Do Christmas This Year." It came out this past year, 2020.
Great one. That was very fun.
Yeah.
It does sound
Yeah,
fun.
it's an instant Christmas classic.
I don't know how many people feel that way, but I guess some people do.
I guess the people that maybe didn't want to possibly do Christmas probably loved it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
also I
it'll
think
be-
that it might be able to stand the test of time, because sometimes holidays are hard no matter what kind of situation you're in. Like sometimes people might not want to.
Plenty of challenges. It'll be a Christmas Eve bar staple from here on out.
Yes, for the sad
Nice.
contingency of
Yeah.
Those beer drinkers on Christmas Eve. Be in the little honky tonk. So where are you? You're in LA. Sorry, I said that before. Where did you come from? Are you a Californian, or did you come from other lands?
I came from Michigan originally. I lived there most of my life, and I lived in Colorado for about 7 years. And I lived up in the Bay Area for a year, and Northwest for a little bit, and been in LA. Actually, tomorrow is 6 years in LA.
Oh, nice.
Well,
It feels
happy anniversary.
like 6 really long minutes. Yeah, thank you.
What part of Michigan? Trevor wants to know. He's from Michigan.
Oh, what part? Well, I grew up on 8 Mile in Southfield, and then went to high school in Ortonville, about an hour north of Detroit, and then I went to Western Michigan University in Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo.
It's a real place.
Oh my gosh.
It is.
Heritage still makes their guitars there. Gibson's used to be made there, I believe.
Awesome. So everyone, if you don't already know, this is Abe Abraham, and he's my friend. He sang on my Christmas song that came out in December, and or I guess it came out in November. Who knows? Whatever. And but point being, you can listen to his music on all of the things, and I highly recommend that you do. He does wonderful. You got a little taste of it, and that album, a song from that album just hit 1 million streams, which is really exciting.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
Took a couple years, but it got there.
Yeah.
Millions of million. The okay, I got confused with something in the booth here. Yeah, so we have a record that I know everybody's anxiously awaiting to listen to, and I know a lot of people out there that are watching right now have been working really, really hard to spread the word about Kris's album, but keep spreading the word, everybody. We are doing really well. I think we're on a great pace. And, I'm going to let Kris talk about her album since she's here. So go ahead, Kris.
Yeah. Well, actually, if we get to exactly 1,200 pre-sales today, it will be right on target for if we get 80 every day for the rest of the time, we'll reach the 2,000 mark, and we're at 1134 right now. And I'm going to do some fun little things when we reach some benchmarks. Like when we get to 1,200, I'm going to do a live stream where it's like a 200 challenge where I'm going to do 200 sit-ups, 200 push-ups, and 200 jumping jacks. And then you guys can either join me in this challenge or just watch and laugh and point, because it'll be I'm not like super fit or anything. Been sitting on this couch playing music for a year. And, so that will be, if that's of interest to you, if that sounds like good entertainment and you want to help us get there quicker, pre-order the album at the link. Oh my gosh. I assumed that Will would have posted it, but that's not his job. He's just always doing it. There it is. There he goes. See,
wow.
He was just doing it. I just spoke too soon. There it is. That's the link. You can pre-order for only $5. If you get it on iTunes, it's slightly more expensive, but iTunes is awesome if you get it there because it helps with the iTunes charts, which gets it heard by more people, and you get 2 songs right away when you get it on there. So that's the spiel.
Yes, the spiel has been spun. So here's what you want to do. When you go to the page, there's a video.
You're awesome, Will. You did it at the perfect time. Thank you.
You go to the page, there's a video there, and Kris explains how to do the bundles, because you do the bundles, you're going to help her get higher on the charts on iTunes. And, honestly, folks, you're funding her next album, more or less, I would imagine, to stay ahead of everything. And you want her to write another one, so we need to sell a bunch.
But
also,
but also, it's basically like you're getting yourself some stuff. It's like you get yourself merch, but instead of paying me money for it and I give it to you, you're just buying the album so that it counts for the charts. And then I get that money, and then I send you the merch, like signed CDs and handwritten thank you cards and tickets to my show. You can get all of those things: the digital copy, the CD, a handwritten thank you card, and tickets to my Hotel Cafe show live stream for only $25, which is 5 pre-orders. And then you can get more things like vinyls and T-shirts and stuff by doing more of those things.
And if you spend like $750, you can have a picnic and a performance with Kris. And I'm saving up for next year because I don't quite have that much, I'm not making bank yet, but somebody could have a picnic. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I think it's time for maybe Kris to do it too. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm going to sing something. Shut up and sing.
Exactly. That's pointed at me. Anyway, let's go.
This is one of the songs from the album that is getting some good spins and stuff on Spotify. So if you like the song, give it a spin, give it a like on there, share it out, and that'll help it keep going. It's called I'd Give Anything. When I was younger and didn't know what life was, said my only purpose was to be your love. Said it like a bad thing, 'cause I wanted more. Now I give anything to be that boy. When you would hold me, I never felt alone. wanted to be higher. Little did I know, the reason I'm here now gives me vertigo, and I give anything to be that low. Time just keeps on rolling by like thunder. If you can slow it down, well, that's a clever trick. I'm just trying to break the spell I'm under, hoping maybe this time it'll stick. I started a fire and I let it burn, always trying to get somewhere, waiting for my turn. Just wanted to get through it. Now I stir to ash, and I give anything to get that back. Time just keeps on rolling by like thunder, and the lightning strikes, you better catch it. I'm just trying to break the spell I'm under, hoping maybe this time it'll stick. Time just keeps on rolling by like thunder. Slow it down, well, that's a clever trick. I'm just trying to break the spell I'm under, hoping maybe this time it'll stick. When I was younger, didn't know what life was, said my only purpose was to be your love. You said it like a bad thing, 'cause I wanted more. Now I give anything to be that poor.
I really do need like some kind of sound clapping track because it's just
So good.
nothing there at the end, and it just needs a like, wow, cool, fantastic. I can feel the people out there listening, just digging it. You know, like I know it's very fun song. I got to say too that like it's really cool to get to meet you, Abe, and all the musicians that Kris knows, because there's just, it amazes me. I guess it shouldn't, but there are just so many talented people out there that don't, that it's hard to get seen and known and recognized, because musicians like yourselves, I just don't get it. I was talking to somebody today about this. Because we have RevMac Live, we actually secured our first kind of swag partner. So we're going to get a bunch of free phone cases, and we're going to talk about this company. So like, Kris, you could email me your phone case size. I'll get you a phone case. So that'll be announced soon and coming soon. But I get to meet, really cool people, and kind of have this fun time. And I'm sitting here, I'm jamming to music with amazing people like almost every night, and I'm really lucky. It's really fun. So I appreciate everybody that's here.
Well, it's also people like you that help us meet each other. So you're a big part of the equation. I mean, Kris and I met each other because of Mike Corridori, and he's such a uniter of artists. And it's people like you are very special to us. You do a lot more for us than you probably realize. You bring people that you like together, and then we like each other. And so it's just this multiplication thing. So thank you too.
Yeah, thank you. And may I say something? Lane 2 here in the comments is also another one of those people who loves music and likes to bring musicians together, and she's done that a lot on live stream. And I just want to take a moment to share a little bit about Lane. aside from her generosity and in bringing people together and supporting musicians, she's been fighting with MS, and she's been having a really hard time. And she set up a GoFundMe. If you go to bit.ly/Lane's Fight, I think it is. If you want to put, there it is. That's the link. But I also wanted to say, to try to extra support, I will, please donate to whatever you can. But also, if anyone who during this stream pre-orders my album, I'm going to give $1 to that fund for every pre-order. And so that's like 20%, I guess. Maybe I'll give more. Maybe it should be 2. I don't know. Lane's been so amazing in this community, and I just want to support and encourage you guys to help her out so that she can get walking again and get her medication.
I can put the HTTPS posting up there, so there's that link will work better. I don't think that other one would actually work, so that's the link you want to go to.
Yeah.
The bit.ly link just doesn't translate through on there from somebody in the audience. So there it is. And definitely show your support, and, showing support for people in this community from these communities is an actually other amazing thing. And I would urge, Abe to maybe find a home here, see if something he wants to do, some kind of, I think you could do like a Sunday night from the shed kind of thing there in the studio. I just like that. You can play tunes and you could invite guests. It's really easy to do on Haps. We might have to pull a hard line to you out there, but I mean,
might have to. It's only about 100 feet. So.
Yeah, you could do it. I think it'd be fun. I'm always encouraging people. I mean, and the good thing about it is people see you, get exposed.
Yeah.
So
super cool.
And anything you want to know about how to do it, people that do. So
you want to play another song? Oh no, I was frozen again.
Oh no. Yeah. Here we go.
Back?
Yes.
You're back.
Cool. You want me to play another one?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't played shows in a while, so I always got to figure out what key these are in. So does this sound like the right key? Sounds like the right one?
That's perfect.
Okay, cool. Okay, so this song, I wrote this song last February, the end of last February, 2020. It was, I just had a feeling like things were starting to feel weird, like something in the air. People were starting to talk about COVID a little bit, but it wasn't like, nothing was shut down. Everybody's still working. And I started to get this feeling like a tide, like a tsunami or something, like a world social thing. And I wrote this song. It's called While the World is Burning Down. That's this song right here that I'm going to play. I wrote it, and then everything weird happened, and it was like, to me, kind of uncomfortable how for me, how close it was. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But I still play it because I like it. And it ended up on this record I put out last May 1st called Son of Richard, Son of Theodore. It's a very acoustic album. And so this song is called When? While the World is Burning Down. Thanks. Silent night across the west, every soul silhouette, even all pain is beautiful. I'd marry you 100 times underneath the moon tonight. I never want to dream again at all. When you dance in your long, long gown, and there's nothing left that we can do now. I just want to sing to you while the world's burning down. I just want to sing to you while the world's burning down. If I could pray for anything, you'd never feel alone again. Even if I'm somewhere far beyond, every wind would be a kiss to somehow bring you back to this place where you could feel like you belong. And you dance in your long, long gown, and there's nothing left that we can do now. I just want to sing to you while the world is burning down. I just want to sing to you while the world is burning down. And if we never make it out, and we're gone before our kids are born, just know that I can see them in your eyes. The white horizon lighting up, just being here is good enough. I could find you in a million lives. And you dance in your long, long gown, and there's nothing left that we can do now. I just want to sing to you while the world is burning down. I just want to sing to you while the world is burning down. Something like that.
So beautiful.
Did it freeze up?
I have a question.
Yes.
Rev, you're muted, but I have a question. And feel free not to answer. But I'm always curious when, like, you speak of this person that you're talking to about who's dancing in the long gown and that you are wanting to sing to. Is that like a metaphor for something, or is it an actual woman, or is it an actual, like, is the gown a metaphor for something? Is it all of the above? I'm just curious.
Well, it's actually none of the above, I guess.
Okay.
It's really, I just imagined that person. I wasn't seeing anybody.
Right, so it's an imaginary person.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, what would that feel like, you know?
Yeah.
Just to be kind of like, you know, I'd marry you 100 times underneath the moon tonight, you know? Sort of just like that sort of commitment, that sort of eternal, very deep sort of cosmic love commitment that nothing can really hurt or touch or destroy, you know?
Yeah.
And it's beyond everything that's possibly happening, like the world burning down. It's like, well, I just want to sing to you if it's burning down. Like, that's what matters to me.
Yeah. I like it.
So is it true then that musicians could settle down and have a long, prosperous, healthy, lovely relationship and still write songs like their life sucks and they hate their ex-boyfriend? Or do you have to, you know, just be miserable as a musician? I don't,
no,
you know,
you don't have to be
You don't have
miserable.
to.
Okay. All right.
I think you can put yourself in the shoes of memories that you've had, or you can, if you want to keep writing sad songs, you can, there's enough material in memories or other people's lives or stories or whatever to fulfill that. And you also can have a prosperous music career without being super sad all the time. I think, I hope.
I really like being able to hear you all talk about the songwriting and everything like that, and where it comes from, because um, I know in the little bit of writing I've done for film and video and things, it's almost a combination of things that I've known and my imagination. So, but putting a song together, that's just got to be a really fun, and it's just a beautiful thing to think of the way these songs come out at the end and what it must feel like in the beginning, and having the song kind of realized all the way through, and then having your album coming out and people listen to it. It's got to be a really, really fun feeling.
A lot of wrestling in there too.
A lot of wrestling.
Yeah. Because it's like sometimes there's a big gap between that initial feeling of, oh, this feels like it could be a good song, to it being a done good song. And then there's like, how the hell is it supposed to be a done good song? Like how does it be complete? Like part of you already knows it's supposed to be finished and good, but you don't always know how to get there. There's not like a map to get there. You got to chip away, chip.
Lane is asking Abe if you can maybe post in the chat or something so that she can follow you. But also, can you tell everyone where they can find you online, like your Instagram?
Oh yeah. Hi. Is that public?
Thank you, Sarah.
Instagram at Faber.
Yeah. So, oh gosh, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Well, it's all about the Instagram, by the way, today, for connecting and communicating. So get your IGs out there, switch your IGs, follow everybody in the audience, folks. That way we can all stay connected. Oh, great. There it is. I want to follow that one as well.
So they tried to give me the hashtag of Abe Abraham, but I think that's some guy that lives in like Jordan or the Middle East somewhere. It's not me. So I don't know if you click on that if it does anything.
I'll find it, and I'll make it clickable here in a second.
Thank you, Lane. Appreciate it. Got a bunch of stuff. I have a almost 3 hour long playlist on Spotify. So of my
that you
stuff.
made?
Of my music, of my stuff, my released stuff. It's to me, it's still not enough. Gotta have more out there.
Yeah, so follow him on Instagram and listen on Spotify and like it and follow on Spotify and all of that stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And just quickly on that theme about writing songs and music, I'm curious. I've never thought of this until now. What does it feel like to work with a producer that is changing your music, right? I mean, that's kind of their job sometimes, right? To reinterpret it a little and enhance it, or, whatever the terms might be in the music business. But how did that maybe feel the first time? Does that feel strange for somebody else to then start to play with it, or?
For me personally, I haven't run into that yet because I just record my own music.
Gotcha.
And all my music so far that I've released, except for one song, I think, has all been me recording it. But I would definitely like to work with more people and have that little back and forth. But I know Kris works with Billy a lot. I don't know what that's. He's a trip. He's really funny. I don't know what that's like.
Yeah. See, I'm all frozen. It just looked like I was staring at you like dead. Yes, he's very funny. My producer, Bill Leffler. I have always been pretty in control of veto power of my own music as well. But yeah, it is an interesting aspect of writing, especially, and letting anyone else into the process, that it's this very personal, vulnerable experience that you have to kind of be like, okay, I have to sort of let it go a little bit to allow other creative input. And that can be a real struggle at times. I'm like sitting there having a panic attack. But
I mean,
I'm trying to learn to trust and let things happen, because a lot of times those things can be happy accidents or just things that I never would have thought of that make it even better, that, you know, something I wouldn't have imagined. But if it's something that I don't like, I usually can just be like, nah, thanks for trying that. That was cool, but let's do it this way.
yeah, one would hope you would have that veto power.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, your records
Unless,
are definitely sounding good. So
well,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I mean, unless I'm not paying him, then I guess I could be like, I guess do whatever you want.
that's the price you pay, though.
Yeah.
And he's getting paid, so she can do what she wants.
Yeah, boss.
All right. So, shall I play another song?
Please.
This song is, I feel like need to keep playing songs from the record, but I'm afraid it's just going to mean that I'm playing all the same songs over and over.
Oh,
I'm going to play actually one that I haven't been playing as much. It's one that hasn't come out yet, which I need to
and there is
practice
a request.
playing, so let's do this. Have I ever sung at the
There's a
Bluebird
request
Cafe?
later.
What?
Oh, sorry. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, someone asked if I've ever played at Bluebird Cafe, and I have not, but that would be awesome if I could. I want to. If you have any connections, tell them you want me to play there. This song is on the record, The Skies We Look To. It's coming out April 30th, and it's called That Wine Stain. And this song actually, on the recording, I play wine glasses, and some of the percussion is from the wine glasses and pouring the wine in the bottles, setting them down on the wooden floor and stuff. And the wine is actually connected to the person that it's about to. It still feels like the day that the glass broke. I'm bleeding all over the floor. I hear someone knocking, but I can't answer the door. Oh gosh, I forgot the lyrics of this part last night too. Oh my god. Oh, you can't feel what you don't remember. You lost everything when you hit. Your body fell and I caught you. Your heart never did. You said nothing good ever came from the bottle you drank to forget. And that was the problem. You don't remember saying you loved me, but I do. You don't remember holding your hands, but I do. You've moved on and I haven't been able. You're the ring on the table, that wine stain, that fable. Don't know how long I can last. My mind keeps playing it scratched. The stain isn't sweet like the wine. No, it doesn't get better with time. It's a broken record of questions that I never asked. You told me the tale of my future without you, and I thought you were afraid. You were just telling me plans you'd already made. Broken machines were singing a death song when I woke beside you that night. Then I saw that your panicked blue eyes were lying. You said nothing good ever came from the bottle you drank to forget. And that was the problem. You don't remember me talking you down, but I do. You don't remember my arms around you, but I do. You said nothing, you moved on, and I haven't been able. You're the ring on the table, that wine stain, that fable. Don't know how long I can last. My mind keeps playing it scratched. The stain isn't sweet like the wine. No, it doesn't get better with time. It's a broken record of questions that I never asked. And you know what they say about time. It's a lie. Obviously, I need to play that one more.
Great.
That's got to be. How long have you been making records? Like since 2012, 2013 or something like that?
I put out my first full-length record in 2014, I think.
2014. So that's a lot of songs to remember. I mean, you know.
Well, that
A lot
one's
of
new. That's when I forget them, is when they're new.
When they're new.
Yeah. Because it's not ingrained on my brain any. Like my older songs, I can play them while completely thinking about other things. You know how like when you're driving and you're like, oh, I just got here. I don't remember driving here, but here I am. I like think I'm like planning out, you know, something else. Like I'm thinking about other lyrics, literally like writing another song in my head, and then I'll be like, oh, here I am in the bridge. Okay, hello everyone. I don't know. Maybe that's terrible, but no, I'm always super, super into these things that I'm saying. Sorry. No.
Hey, we have had this is somebody I know who has requested asked if you know any wait a minute. Now I have to remember Fiona Apple or come on, what's her name? Jagged Little Pill. The
Alanis Morissette?
Alanis Morissette, because they just thought your voice would just nail those songs really well, you know, from those artists that, you know, that they would love.
I can like look up the chords and maybe play something. It won't be, you know, an excellent polished performance, but I could maybe do that.
Well, I don't want to put you on the spot either, and maybe we could do it another time too, you know, but yeah, they just like your voice and they thought it'd be fun to hear, you know, but or you could, what did you do the other day? Zombie, I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
Yeah, that
also
was-
do Enter Sandman, Metallica song.
Oh wow, that would be cool because Zombie was freaking awesome. Like, you know, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I haven't heard you sing a bad song yet, and I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. So you are quite welcome. It is a joy. Who's up next in the song category? I think it's Abe.
Maybe me.
Someone was asking Abe if Abe is short for something.
It's short for Abraham. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Abe Abraham is not necessarily my given name, but I gave it to myself, so I guess it's given.
Yeah.
I've known a few Abe Abrahams in my day,
Really?
but I haven't known any that. Oh, yeah, I lived in New York, so
Okay.
definitely more than one.
Yeah.
But I've never known an Abe Abraham that was, you know,
Shows it.
yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, it's every time I would play shows using my birth name, it's just people mispronounce it. They say what, and you know, it's funny because I started when I moved to Denver, I changed my name to Abe Abraham. I was like, oh, people will remember that. I started playing shows, and they'd announce me, next up is Abe Abrams. Like, okay, well, I guess you just can't win sometimes, but yeah, it works. I just never thought of anything better. I kind of liked like Jim James, you know, that kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, exactly. And it's like Wilson from Home Improvement.
Yeah, Wilson. No, Trevor, my name is not Abraham. You can call me that if you like, though. It is a free country still. That's what like Bob Dylan said. Why'd you name yourself Bob Dylan? Free country. Call yourself whatever you want. All right.
Yeah.
So you want me to play a song?
Well, then yes, and I do feel compelled because some people do know the story that Revolution was also given to me, and it is my common law legal name in Illinois. But yes, I was born with a different name myself, so you know, I don't want anybody to call me out like, "Hey, why didn't you say?" You know. So anyway.
you kind of, people grow into their names too.
Well, my birth certificate says Chris Angeles, and it's not. It's just that's the whole thing.
That's the
Really?
It's
whole
not
thing.
short for anything, and it's just not. I don't have a middle name, so
Cool. Who needs one? Waste of space, Waste of ink.
yeah.
I've always thought that like you should have like a placeholder name. I know psychologically it might not work, but like, what if your parents name you a Bob and you're really a Phil, or I mean, you feel like you're something else, like those names
So
that
you
our
kind of
parents put on us.
call yourself
Huh?
whatever you want.
I know you can change it now, but when I was growing up, what could you do? You were just
You can
stuck
always
with
you,
being
you,
Bob.
you can change your name easier if you move away from where you grew up, because then
Mm,
nobody cares.
good
People will
advice.
never. What do they say? A prophet is never recognized in his hometown or whatever. It's the same kind of
Hmm,
phenomenon.
there you
You know,
go.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think
Oh,
that's in the Bible.
geez. I thought that was your name. Well, it is. It's been that way for half my life.
Yeah,
All right. Well, we're ready when you are, sir.
sure. Well, this song is on XO Love You, like the first one. I also wrote this. I wrote it in 2013, living in a vehicle I was living in, and 3 years later, one of my favorite bands, the Lumineers, actually recorded this song, and it's a bonus track on their album Cleopatra. It came out in 2016, and it's been quite a blessing for this song to travel the world without me, and just it's been pretty darn cool. But it's called Where the Skies Are Blue, and how about I just play it now? This key sounds seems right. This is about right. If you're gonna leave me, Mama, I never seen nobody quite like you. Then if you ever change your tune, all the world got the best of you. You can always find me where the skies are blue. I wanted to change, turn into what you loved, Mama. I would have gave all of my best to you. Then if you ever need a fool who would give you a love so true, you can always find me where the skies are blue. And lay your dreams, little darling, in a flower bed, and let the sun shine in your hair. In your head, you're gonna be somebody's brand new love, Mama. It's gonna feel good like it always does. When the fairy tale is through and you're looking for something true, you can always find me where the skies are blue. You can always find me where the skies are blue. Thank you.
It was very good.
And no, I'm not stoned, Aaron. I just look like that. It's just
It's just his face.
just my face, brother.
Hey, it's nice to have a resting stoned face.
Yes,
That's
so.
okay. I like that. I'm going to have just a little second of fun here, and then we're going to talk about buying more of these records. But if I can do this, Hold on a second. Let's see. Yes, so we had a really fun night the other day with Kris, her sister, Darian Anjou, and some folks, and we did a really fun film fest. And one of the really fun things in the film fest was I got to watch that group of people watch a scary movie together. And I thought, well, for just a minute, I'm going to share that experience with all of you. So you come to our program next Saturday that's going to feature seancing and Alex Angeles. So we're going to have a double Alex Angeles 2 weekends in a row. But I think this will work. Hang on.
What
Can you hear it or no?
is happening? Oh. No, you're sharing. Oh, interesting.
It's okay. I don't think there's any sound. I was hoping there would be.
Oh.
That's enough right there. But I just wanted to just share that moment of fun with all of you with watching a scary movie with where did I go? Okay, this is weird.
Watch the reaction of me and my sister being scared, and we both did this.
You guys were like at the same time. It was hilarious. Like you would have the same. I've got like about a minute and a half of it that I was going to send to you guys so you could see it, but I thought I would share it with everybody else. And now I got it. How do I come back? Oh, there I go. So yeah, but it was really fun because I've seen that movie so many times by Darian, and it's fantastic. So it's really fun watching other people like going. But the best is watching Darian watch his own films because he's still scared and he made the film.
That one wasn't Alex's own movie. We did watch the trailer for her movie, The Cleansing Hour, which you should all watch on Shudder. It's really good. But no, she wasn't reacting that way to her own movie. It was something we hadn't seen before that was scary.
And it's a good movie. All right. Yeah.
So I want to
really quick. May I interject? Really quick?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a question a little earlier, from Sarah, one Yoda. She said she would like to know which singers inspire the both of you to sing.
Good question.
Is what Sarah said.
Okay. What are they for you?
Oh, for me, let's see. Singers. I get inspired by good songs. And whoever is singing a good song, just singing their heart out, a good song, I'm inspired by those people.
Who are those people?
Well, good songwriters often. I mean, like Neil Young or friends of mine like you, or just friends I have that just sing their heart out and sing good songs like that. I get inspired by that to sing. I get inspired by feeling, a song that makes me feel good or free or something. That's what inspires me.
I mean, I definitely could say the same thing for sure. Whenever I get like the thing that gets me most writing usually, other than, my own thoughts and feelings or whatever, are when I'm listening to something that I haven't really heard before that is good music, that is touching my heart. And that's just exactly. But if you want like specifics, I mean, Abe has inspired me, and Gregory Alan Isaacoff, which you should all check out. Like so many people, Regina Spektor, Brandy Carlisle, Phoebe Bridgers, Ray LaMontagne, David Gray, lots of people. I'm forgetting Taylor Swift even. Her lyrics are something else.
Yeah.
What did you guys listen to growing up? What kind of music?
For me, it was Well, I grew up, in the Detroit border, an 8 Mile road, and so between my parents, a couple old hippies from the '60s, and the R and so it was either oldies channel and R&B in Detroit, and so I love still to this day put on early '90s R&B, talking about Jodeci, I'm talking about Mary J. Blige, all that stuff. Keith Sweat, all those old school. I love it. I love it. It makes me feel something. And then I love oldies, old '60s, '50s, '60s, '70s is my stuff. And that always inspired me to write songs. I mean, Neil Young, anybody who couldn't sing that great but had great songs, for some reason, could be a good reason. I'm drawn to them.
All right. Why are you trying to say you can't sing? Because that's not.
I was just going to say, yeah, that's
it's a work in progress. Let's say.
Well, I think you have a great voice.
Well, thanks.
And to answer that question for myself, I grew up with like classical music, Lawrence Welk show. My grandparents used to watch.
Oh my goodness.
And then my parents' records like Elton John, the Beatles, like Rubber Soul, like the Platters.
Oh yeah.
The Archies.
Oh wow.
Stuff like that.
That and those are actually both very interesting musical backgrounds, and then that you guys kind of settled. Then when did you settle into your kind of genres? Like, were you singing different things at first, either of you, or like how do you get into your genre?
For me, I mean, so Nirvana is what really got me to start writing songs. That as a kid blew my lid off listening to that stuff. I didn't know I needed to write songs before I really heard songs off Nevermind, but really loud. It just really it just like broke something open in my mind. And I had to write songs after that. And so I was always in like really loud bands for a while. And then somewhere in my mid-20s, I stopped being in bands and I was like, oh, I got to learn how to write good lyrics if I'm just going to be a solo dude. And back then and Neil Young, I feel like Dylan was like going to school for me. Like listening to Dylan for some years and studying, I was just like going to songwriting university, and coming out like a C student, and still having a lot of work to do. So, but yeah, once I started writing folk music, I was like, well, this is really the kind of stuff I want to write, because I never get bored of it. I never get sick of it. Time goes by and I don't cringe at it, like I still like the songs, and that to me says a lot. So.
Yeah.
Seems like you got a pretty good, go ahead, Kris. Work ethic, though.
No, I was just going to say, there is something about this, like the singer-songwriter kind of music that, I mean, it definitely can fall victim to this, but it's pretty timeless generally. Like you're not going to necessarily get caught in like, oh, that sounds dated. Like some like pop music and stuff can fall into at times. Like it's just going to be a story, and it's a lot about the lyrics and organic, timeless kind of production.
Something about acoustic guitar, it's just like you can't really say, oh, that was so 1980s or that was so 2010s. The acoustic guitar just cuts through time.
Yeah.
Which would be timeless, I guess.
Cuts through.
It is interesting to think about folk and Americana like 5 decades ago. I mean, again, I'm more of a film guy, but I would think, pacing and things like that, are going to be different. You know what I mean? There's going to be changes in certain things, but the interesting thing is the consistency of story in song. It doesn't, I mean, yes, most songs have a story, but sometimes they're nonlinear, nonsensical. But in your genres of music, I mean, story is such a powerful thing. And that seems to have held consistently through the years in this genre of music, that's probably one of the most powerful things about it, I would guess.
Yeah, that's why it's called folk. About some, people. It's for, by, and about people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was actually talking to someone from the Folk Alliance before we came on here. I asked him what his definition of folk was, and I was thinking more of like what the sound genre, quote unquote. But like but he gave like a very kind of philosophical, which is kind of I think what you were just saying, Abe. Definition of that it's music that comes from your heart and soul, from real people, for real people, not as opposed to something that was just like manufactured for commercial whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
he was saying like even rap, when it's coming straight from the heart, it can be folk music.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I think some of the rap we have these days is some of the best folk music we have, and you're just hearing stories from a world you don't know anything about too. You're just getting stories, you're getting worlds, you're getting characters, you're getting feelings,
Mm-hmm.
and it's important. And you when you feel that, you say this is important to feel this,
Yeah.
and that's like any folk music. It gives you something you didn't know you needed, and maybe you didn't know you could feel, and that you need, and that you should feel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He gave an interesting example of the difference where he said like the Beatles were folk music, but the Monkees were not, because they were like manufactured to make a TV show or something. And
Yeah.
even though I love the Monkees, don't get
Sure,
me
yeah, I
wrong,
love them. How
but
could you not? Yeah.
The yeah, I definitely. You're just making me think of the Monkees here, and that just throws me off. Last train to Clarksville, and then it all goes south from there. But yeah, the what is the like? What's the thing you do to get you in the mood to write a song when you're not in the mood?
Same thing you do when you've got to exercise when you're not in the mood. You just do it. You start doing it. For
yeah.
me, I usually don't write a song right like in one moment. It's just chip.
Mhm.
Once again, like I said, it's chipping away. It's building a house. It's building something.
Gotcha.
So if you do a little bit at a time, but you got this year. I don't know about you, Kris, but a lot of songwriters I know, a lot of artists this year's been kind of a desert creatively. It's been you're just not inspired. It's you're in kind of high anxiety mode, and
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people were like, "Oh, are you writing so much because you have so much time now?" And I'm like, "No.
no,
No.
you need to feel momentum in life to be able to write too.
Mm.
Like I wrote way more when I was on tour and like things were happening and things
Yeah.
that would be interesting to think about and experiences and getting my heart broken and stuff and
Yeah.
sitting at home alone with nothing to do and nothing different happening every day is not exactly inspiring. I mean, you can write about that feeling and what that brings up and like how I think a lot of people have come in touch with themselves in a way that they hadn't in ever. So there's that, but you can only go so much into that world.
I wonder though, when we move out of this place where we are, hopefully into something that resembled what we had before, which was some measure of freedom, I guess, as limited as that might actually have been. But like, I bet people will write songs about this time.
Oh yeah.
You know that that'll be interesting to hear the first songs about this time.
Yeah, looking back instead of the like right in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I mean, I'm like weirdly nostalgic for like the beginning of lockdown now. It just sort of goes to show that I think that happens to me a lot anyway, of that, you always look back at like, oh, the good old days. And it's like, wait a second, like try to maybe experience the good old days as they're happening.
Yeah,
There you go. That's definitely a challenge to try.
I definitely am nostalgic about the feeling I had when it was supposed to only be 2 weeks of lockdown. Yeah, I get a little nostalgic.
Yeah. I keep thinking about that. I'm like, Yeah, remember when they said, "Oh, just stay home for a week, maybe 2." That was cute.
You're like, cool, I can do that.
That's
The
cute.
sad fact is they were serious. If everybody had done it, we might have been okay. But what we need to do is just take a quick moment, and I think if William's still here, we could put up the address for the record, the album,
Yeah.
and let's buy some bundles. Let's get some sold, and really look, spreading the message about Kris is what we want to do here. And anybody that's listening out there, like this person that I spoke to about this little promotion, there's some great people Kris knows that would probably love to go on tour with her. So we just need somebody to sponsor it. And can you imagine what an amazing tour that would be? So I'm just putting it out there.
Thank you. And I have an updated count. We're at
Awesome.
now at 1149. So we only need 51 more to get to 1200. And that means also that what is that? $30 are going to Lane's fund. So thank you for helping with that. Hey, Amar. So yeah, if you do, just real quick little spiel, if you get the album, it's only $5 and it helps with the charts for iTunes if you get it on iTunes, obviously, and for Billboard charts, which can help open doors and get industry attention and, you know, opportunities and stuff. And then it also you will get not only the download but all kinds of other rewards if you buy more than one. Even if you just buy one now, because we got to 1,000, I added anyone who pre-orders that I know about, because you do have to send me the confirmation if you get it on iTunes or Amazon, otherwise I won't know. But anyone who I know about who pre-orders even just one will get my previous 2 albums for free. So you can get 3 albums for $5. And if you get more of those bundles, you can get things like tickets to my Hotel Cafe show, signed CDs, signed vinyls, your name on the vinyl and CD if you get them in really quickly, because I'm about to send off the artwork. You can get Picnic with Me. You can get one of a kind song like I'll sing a song with an intro just for you, and it'll be literally the only recording of it. And there's a bunch of other stuff, so go check it out. And
I had a question.
Yes. Did you have a question?
Did I cut out?
Uh-oh.
Still there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I had a question about your 200, what is it? Push-ups and sit-ups?
And jumping jacks.
And jumping jacks. Okay, I had a question, which was, what's the time frame on this?
It's a good question. A reasonable time frame. I'm not going to take like very long breaks between, but I'm probably not going to do 200 push-ups without taking a break, because I don't think I would be able to.
I think, yeah, it's very difficult. You would be spaghetti arms.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. But, you know, like within 15 minutes, 20 minutes?
Ooh,
I don't know.
Nice.
Man, yeah. Whew, I'm
get some
out of
Rocky
breath already.
Balboa going on.
Yo, Adrian.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we got one more. We just got one more. So now we're at 1150.
Yay. Keep it going, folks. Keep it going, folks.
Kris does the best dares, Lane says. I'm just daring myself. I'm like, if you guys do this, I will do this weird thing.
Nice.
But you know what? Also, that is really fun about your programs too is when you read Harry Potter. Like I would just love to have like all that clipped together somehow, and just like, you know, say to my son, "Oh, you want to listen to Harry Potter? I got this beautiful little version for you." It'd be fun.
Well, thank you. Yeah, Abe, when I'm doing my streams, sometimes if we get to certain goals that I'm trying to get to, whatever, I do a little bedtime story reading, and we're getting through the Harry Potter books.
Oh, wow. Nice reward. I was thinking a really good one would be that if somebody if they a certain amount of money, then they get to combine 4 things from your refrigerator, and you have to eat or drink it.
Oh, I keep my fridge stocked with tasty stuff mixed that mixes together.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
She'll do another 100 push-ups.
Yeah, you like dares, do you? That's
That would be an interesting one. I am probably going to do. Last year, people really enjoyed the one where I got to a certain milestone and I smashed a pie in my face.
that's good.
So when we get to 1,500, we'll do that. I'll let my sister do it or something.
Oh yeah, she's waiting. She's gonna get you there at 1,500 for that one.
Yeah, last year my housemate did it, and it was like intense. I was like, "Wow, did you really wanted to do that, right?" It was like so hard. It, like
Big
went
wind up.
everywhere. Anyway, I also did a slip and slide thing because it was during the summer, and I got like it got flagged or something on YouTube like as inappropriate, and I'm like, I'm literally wearing like just a normal bathing suit and doing a slip and slide. Like, I'm not the most risque, scandalous thing on the internet for sure. But God forbid that any woman shows any part of their body unless that people like I don't know. It's very, very strange to me that happened.
Very strange.
Like wearing the most innocent bathing suit ever. Okay. So should I sing something? I just feel like I should sing something.
I think you should. I think you should.
Okay. Should I do a song from the album or Enter Sandman? Should that be like the end of the night?
How could we like? It's a tough choice, but I mean, what do you think, Abe? Oh, you could. Let's do that.
Whatever Abe wants, because you're the guest.
Wow. Yeah. You said you could do. Can you mix them together? Can you medley them?
Maybe. Wait.
I wouldn't want you to, honestly.
No, you don't have to.
That's a challenge. I would not think it's a good thing to ever challenge Kris, like ever.
She's already working it out.
She'll do it.
Well, let me see if I can do it. I could try. Here.
I challenge you to drink 4 raw eggs and medley and Enter Sandman.
No.
I'll note that. Challenge not accepted. Noted.
Truth. I don't want to do the dare.
Too late.
I'm actually, I tend to do truth because I'm like such an open book anyway. I'm like not really afraid of telling the truth. Okay, let's see if I can do it though. Say your prayers, little one. Don't forget, my son, to include everyone. Tuck you in, warm within, keep you free from sin, till the Sandman comes. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. I wanna see you like a sunset, a wonderful moment, so beautiful. And it's gone, and I don't blame myself. If you have to be a memory, you might as well be a good one that I don't regret. Something's wrong, shut the light, heavy thoughts tonight, and they're not of Snow White. Dreams of war, dreams of liars, dreams of dragons, fire, and of things that will bite. Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Exit light, enter night. Take my hand. We're off to never, never land. Hush, little baby, don't see you like a sunset. A wonderful moment, so beautiful. But you're gone, and I don't blame myself. If you have to be a memory, you might as well be a good one that I don't regret. 'Cause there's a sunrise on the other side of the things you never will forget. Like the beasts under your bed.
Whoa.
That's my medley.
Nice.
I think
Seamless.
I think you have a hit out there in the chat. They're like, "Wow, that was really fun."
Truly
Thanks.
seamless.
I mean, I just like sang different parts of it. If I had time, I could like maybe make it sort of lyrically make sense. But yeah.
Yeah.
Enter Sunset. I love it. Yes, Will. That's right. Enter Sunset.
Yep. Lane says, "Oh my God, I love this song so much." Willie says, "Nailed it." We didn't pay a lot of attention to the comments here this evening, so definitely want to thank. Are we still going? Or what are we doing?
I don't know. I feel like. How are we feeling, Abe? Are we
I
good?
always feel
Are we
good.
done?
So.
Yeah. I think Abe doesn't have another song ready to sing, right? Sorry, I just totally.
I always can, but if you guys feel like wrapping it up, it's all good too. I
Yeah,
had looked in my spot.
I feel like I'm good.
Yeah.
For the night, if you do.
That was a good closer.
Yeah.
All I would play is
dying.
a sad cowboy song. So what's that?
Oh, someone was asking me when I'm dyeing my hair because I said I would dye my hair purple when we hit 1,000. And I am still going to. I had to wait for it to arrive because.
What color?
Purple.
Nice. Bleach first?
No.
Yeah, no.
I feel like
10,000. 10,000? That'd be fair. I think bleach first.
Yeah.
10,000?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody make it happen.
You know what? Yeah. I would make my hair blonde and then purple if we got to 10,000 pre-orders. Yes.
Are you gonna
that would be
make sure
amazing.
you do it the classic?
Wait, do what?
You definitely dye your neck as well. I just feel like I see somebody every day in the grocery store who dyed their hair purple, but they also dyed their neck as well, and you know the side of their face and
Yeah.
everything's purple. It's all purple.
So I have to try not to do that. Yes. So I'm gonna do that perhaps now, tonight, and then you'll see it tomorrow.
So you're not gonna live stream it?
I'm not probably gonna live stream myself dyeing my hair. No.
Well, then there is something else to be very anxious about seeing tomorrow, which is purple hair on Kris Angeles. And definitely, Abe, please come back in one way, shape, or form, and see us. Definitely,
Very happy to.
Yeah, this has been just totally fun. And I there's just so many different ways and different Kris does her show and my show, and we're doing this thing together once in a while. So yeah, I would love to see you back. Really
Awesome.
fun.
Thank you so much for having me, Kris. You're awesome.
Yeah,
thank you for
thank you.
inviting me. Appreciate it. It's so good to hear you play songs kind of live.
You too.
Yeah.
Thanks
you guys.
everybody out there.
Good night, and thank you. And just as the final count, we have 11:51 now. So if anyone else feels inspired to pre-order tonight, let me know, and tell your friends, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Fantastic, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and peace be with you, and namaste.
Namaste.